as impromptu as this idea was, so we're just gonna go with it. Hello, my name is Jen. Welcome to my channel, and this is going to be an experiment. So this morning I have been reading. I've been slumping for a couple of days, which isn't that bad. I just didn't know what I wanted to read. And then I saw a thing online, and I was basically like, someone convinced me to read something, whether it's someone's vlog, someone's review, someone's something. And this morning, Alexis Hall posted like a, 30-second clip of the audiobook of Husband Material on his Twitter, and all of a sudden, all I wanted to read was this. So I decided that I was going to reread Boyfriend Material, which came out in 2020, but I didn't read until last year and was my favorite book of last year. And then in like 2 weeks, the sequel, Husband Material, comes out. And I thought, and it's my most anticipated book of 2022, I think. Pretty sure it is. So I thought, why wouldn't I read them, try to be, and then maybe vlog about it? So you won't, it's middle of July now, but you won't see this until sometime in August. But, I was in a slump. I'm going to reread this book, I think, and get on with this. Boyfriend Material follows Luke, who has a famous father. I don't remember why his father is famous, and so he's kind of in the public eye, and he kind of gets caught in a bad situation, and so he's got a lot of he gets caught in a compromising photo. I can't remember exactly what happened, but he's basically told he has to clean up his image. In order to do so, he needs a fake boyfriend, because I think if the public thinks he's got a boyfriend, then he's got his shit together. And he knows, and Luke knows Oliver through like a friend, but they do not get along. And they're very much not friends. But they both but Oliver also needs a date to a sister's wedding or something. I can't remember. More to come on the actual plot of this later. I think I am going to try to keep this spoiler free. I will let you know if I succeed. And they decide that they're going to pretend to be together so that Luke can salvage his reputation and Oliver can get whatever he needed out of this relationship. And I really like the back of this. But the thing about fake dating is that you can feel it could feel a lot like real dating, and that's when you get used to someone, start falling for them, don't ever want to let them go. I'm really excited about rereading this. It's kind of chunky, but I'm gonna start doing that. I don't know how, you may never even see this, but I'm gonna start this tonight, and see you when I see you. Some days the hair is just real wild. So I intended to give a kind of 50% update on Boyfriend Material, but I have like 100 pages left now. But I am remembering why I love this book so freaking much. Now that I'm refreshed, let me give a better kind of summary of the book. So this follows Luke, who both his parents are like 80s rock stars. They were celebrities back in the day, and so they're still like sort of in the spotlight, kind of how celebrities kind of sort of can like make a comeback, or you don't ever hear from them again once they're not reach a certain age, but eventually they become like obscure and not relevant. But Luke is the child of these two former stars, former celebrities, and so he is also kind of, his life has also been kind of put into the magazines and on the gossip sites. And he works for this dung beetle charity. And one night he's out supporting his friend, and things happen, and he leaves, but he ends up tripping and falling, and the paparazzi happen to be there, so they just assume, because it was also a Alice in Wonderland themed costume party, so he has ears, like fake, obviously fake, like rabbit ears on. So he walks out of this club, falls down, he trips over something, I think, and the paparazzi get him, and they kind of are just like, they assume he's drunk and that he's just falling over, and he's into weird shit because he's got these ears on. And the charity that he works for, the people start pulling out of this big fundraiser that they have because of the publicity that Luke has been getting. So he goes to his friends and says, I need to figure out how to, through all sorts of things, ends up like, oh, I just need a fake boyfriend. I need someone to make me look good. And Luke's friend, Bridget, has a friend who named Oliver, who Luke is like, has interacted with in the past, not positively. They end up deciding to go on this date. And then when that date goes absolutely horrific, because it's like, it's not quite enemies to lovers. It's a little bit enemies to, like, not quite hate to love. It's more like a opposites attract to the point where you just don't get along. And they go on this date, and it's horrible. But then they realize, but Luke is just trying to get Oliver to like him so that he could at least pretend to date him. But Oliver's just super observant, and he's like, what's going on? And so Luke comes clean to him, and basically Oliver says, yeah, I will pretend to be your boyfriend because I also need you for this other thing with my family, so I need a date. And then the two end up pretending to date and it's not a lot of people know it's fake. They start just going to just different things together. They start hanging out by themselves just so they can get used to each other, because they don't know each other. They are very opposites. And Luke and Oliver are, oh my God, I forget. I see a lot of myself. There's a lot that's not, but there's a lot of myself in Luke. I do not have famous parents. So I am absolutely adoring this. I am gonna hopefully finish this tonight. Yeah, one of the other things, because it was funny, because I was looking for like found family, like romances and found family stuff for a potential video, and this came up, and I was like, I don't remember this being found family. There most certainly is. So specifically on Luke's side, there are a group of friends, and they are just a bunch of, it's a motley crew of people, and they all have group chats that change names every like 50 pages, and they're just a group of friends who are totally there for each other. And so there is a found family aspect in here that I am remembering and living for. So I'm gonna finish this probably tonight. I still have like a week and a half before husband material comes out, but more to come on this, and then it'll be a bit before I can film anymore. But I am at this point so absolutely excited for husband material that if my copy decides it wants to arrive early, I will not be upset. If you're curious what my mood is, it is this. And there are people around, but we are going to go on a scavenger hunt and go and find the books that came in the mail today. I go and I was out in the office, so before I go and like look like a slob, we're gonna do some quick unboxing because I got some books today. And some of these are gonna count against TBR takedown, but I don't care at the moment. I can't figure out how to get this open. Here we go. Oh, there's a pair of scissors right there. But I'm using pen to get this open. Because why would I make it easy on myself? And this, oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so the first book is For the Throne by Hannah Winton. This is the sequel to For the Wolf, which I just read, which you saw, and eagerly anticipating this. Very, very, very excited. I also grabbed a copy of The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. This is the Literature Book Club pick for August. So I really wanted to participate and wanted to get my hands on a physical copy. So we now have this that hopefully I will read sometime this month. And then there's nothing on here. No. And then there's this, which I haven't been this excited for a book in a minute. And then we have, it's here. This is Husband Material by Alexis Hall. This is the sequel to Boyfriend Material. This is one of my favoriteest things in the world right now, potentially ever. And this is, back of this just says wanted. One very real husband, nowhere near perfect, but desperately trying his best. This looks like it takes place 2 years after the end of Boyfriend Material, and oh my God, I am so excited. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing final book support group because this and it's pretty darn close. It's over 400 pages. So I'm so excited. I'm going to go, since I just literally walked in the door, I'm gonna go make dinner, put on comfy clothes, figure out if anyone's sprinting, and then we're gonna move on to this. And this is the only thing that exists until it's done. So I don't even know what vlog this is going in. Maybe it's both. Can I do that? Anyway, you will see me soon with whatever comes next for this beautiful thing. I don't know what my hair is doing. I'm currently 50 pages into this book and I'm absolutely loving it. I love it so much. Is this not muted entirely? Oh, whoops. Strange noises, turns out to be the ambiance. Anyway, so Husband Material, this is Husband Material for me. I would like to marry this. Husband Material follows Luke and Oliver 2 years after the end of Boyfriend Material, and oh my God, I love this book. And I don't know how much it would be a spoiler, but so as is the second book in the series and the couple is already established, you can kind of start to see where like the conflict is coming in, and you're just watching it and you know that it's going to crescendo into something, and you're just watching and you can't do anything to stop it other than just know that at the end of this everything's gonna be okay. I'm really enjoying this. I'm trying to see what is a spoiler. This is just Luke and Oliver. They've been together for 2 years. They are kind of now surrounded by other people's weddings. So Luke's best friend Bridget is getting married. Is this on here somewhere? I'm going to just assume it's a spoiler. So they're just kind of surrounded by weddings and things, and at the same time they are still trying to figure themselves out, and they are both still my precious emotionally damaged children who are a little less emotionally damaged, but still there are things that are happening that are bringing up Luke's past for sure. I think Oliver's just constantly, I don't even know, but I am 30 pages in here. I have to go to bed and I'm really upset about it. But tomorrow is Friday and there's text. Oh, this is emails. I love like a good email or a text conversation. There's a lot of text conversations in here. Oliver is still sending dick pics, and if you have read the book, you actually know what that means. And I don't know. I think I can't wait to read the rest of this. And this is just gonna be me squealing in a non-spoilery way, because I don't know how to talk about this without spoilers. So I'm gonna try to keep it as vague and still have something to actually say that's of interest. So I'm gonna go to bed. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm gonna work, and then I'm gonna just spend as much time reading this as possible. Depending on how far I get, I might, because Final Book Support Group is this weekend. This is a continuation station type situation, which I was not planning on doing. So we'll see if I can handle pausing this, but I have a feeling that by the time tomorrow is over, I will not want to do anything else but read this. So we'll see how my reading goes. I'm just madly in love with this book. Note to self, don't try to film multiple vlogs at the same time, because you get very confused as to where you left off with any particular one of those. But I do not think I have told you that I have finished Husband Material by Alexis Hall. I finished actually a couple of days ago, but I kind of had to sit with my feelings for a minute and figure out what I really thought about this. I did end up giving this 5 stars, but I think I wasn't sure for a little while. So this is the sequel to this. This follows Luke and Oliver 2 years after the end of Boyfriend Material, and as they go through a series of like weddings, other people's weddings, mostly Luke's friends or people Luke knows, and watching their relationship progress as things that maybe or maybe not have been part of the plan start getting into their thoughts and getting into their lives. I'm trying not, I don't know how much of this I can actually say without a spoiler, but this book, the end, well, I can definitely tell you that the end of this book is what threw me off. But now, several days later, it makes a lot of sense. You know what? I'm just gonna maybe post like a thing here and maybe the cover, and then once that's gone, I'm unspoilery. I don't know. But anyway, to me, the Luke and Oliver not actually getting married makes a lot of sense. I think what bothered me the most is that we spent so much of this book with all of this tension, a lot of which is Luke's fault, only to kind of have a little bit of an unsatisfying ending. Regardless of the fact that it makes sense, given the other, 90% of the book, I'm not entirely sure that it worked that way. I did give this 5 stars. I did love it. Oliver Blackwood is great. Both of these characters, I think we'll go back to non-spoilers here. I don't even know. I just had to get that out. Both these characters are messy, super messy. But I think what this did was grow specifically Luke's character beyond Boyfriend Material, because at the end of Boyfriend Material, he is a little more self-aware of himself, a little bit better than himself, but he's not fully grown, and that's okay. He grows up quite a bit in here as well. I think what may have made this feel a little bit better is a little bit more from Oliver. None of this has Oliver's point of view in it. This is all told entirely from Luke's point of view, so you only see him, and when he freaks out, he's freaking out for a reason, not for a reason. You don't really know. So I did really enjoy this. It makes a lot of sense as a sequel. I don't know how many like contemporary romance direct sequels I've read. I can't think of any. And so I think this may have been one of the first ones. And it's just, with contemporary romance, I feel like moving like I said, this made sense, but it's a lot harder to rationalize moving forward with the plot with the same couple, because you have to go in certain ways. And so I think this is great because it kind of breaks that convention. But I don't know. I did really enjoy this. I don't think this is going to be my favorite book of the year, which saddens me beyond belief since it was my most anticipated. But I am also really intrigued to where this is going, because we had this sequel. Father material is coming in 2024, I think. So like, there's more here, which I think will work. I don't know. I don't know how to articulate. Like, you had to read this like as a big picture book, like, because there's so much like conflict in the middle of it, and I'm all over the place with this review. There's so much, you know, it kind of, there's just constantly conflict throughout it, and there's not always on the page resolution, or even like sort of like, we'll call it, they use it as a compromise. So they'll have a fight, and then, you know, and then it'll be fine, and then they'll have another fight. So like, I don't think things are ever really better, but like, it felt sometimes like it was missing moments that I would have liked to see, that would have helped make the constant conflict a little less annoying, a little less irritating. I don't know if there's a good word to say, like a positive word, like, but you have to look at this holistically, because you have to understand, like, they have to go through this conflict to get to the end. So like, in that way it makes a lot of sense, but then you're going through it and you're like, what the fuck is going on? You know, what am I reading? And so I don't know. I did really enjoy this. The writing is great. The characters always 10 out of 10. The characters here, 10 out of 10. I mean, there was some stuff in that. There's some stuff worthy of tabbing. Oliver Blackwood made me cry on page 167 and 168 probably. So that was husband material. I know that wasn't the most. I think you should read it. If anything else, read this. And then if you like this, decide if you want to read this. We got books 1 and 2. There's like more books coming in the series that are like companions, like set in the same world, but then there's another Luke and Oliver book coming that I'm very excited for. I'm excited for all of it. I think I currently want to just binge all of Alexis Hall's backlist, which I don't have time for, but we're gonna see what I can do. Rosalind Palmer has been on many a TBR. So there's that. I think together these are really good. This one I will recommend to everyone and anyone that ever wants to read contemporary romance, that reads contemporary romance, who likes fake dating, who likes two very, very messy characters. This is it. This is it. I don't even know how much material I have for this material vlog, but hopefully you have enjoyed my ramblings about both of these, and hopefully you'll check them out, please. Despite what I'm kind of implying with husband material, please read boyfriend material. It is absolutely fantastic. And I think I'm gonna wrap this up here. Please like this video if you have liked it. And if you somehow made it this far, however far that is into this video, please leave me like the double-decker bus. The series is the London Calling series. So, and literally anything London English related, feel free to leave that down below. If you have not subscribed already, please consider doing so. I would greatly appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.